Ever wondered why championship chess sets cost so much? It's not just about the game, it's about the craftsmanship and history behind each piece. In this video, I'll explain the reason behind the high price tag of championship chess sets and how they're handmade. Master craftspersons begin with the basic trunks of wood, and after a ton of hard working, shaving, and tiny cuts, these trunks of wood are turned into 32 meticulously hand-carved chess pieces. Each chess piece is constructed with care and precision. A plastic chess set will cost you roughly $20. However, world-class championship-approved wooden sets cost $500. However, the value of a high-quality chess set depends highly on how one piece is made, and that's the knight. Guess what? Less than 10 individuals are entrusted with carving the knights for the official World Chess Championship sets. You're probably thinking how these chess sets are created and why they cost so much. In this factory, which is located in Amritsar, India, skilled artisans create the chess pieces for world-class championship sets, and just 250 of them are produced annually by the factory. Over the course of 4 to 5 months, artisans receive training to masterfully craft each figure. Before being carved by craftsmen, the huge trunks that become these little blocks of boxwood were first dried for 3 to 6 months, then chopped down and sculpted to the appropriate size. Each block is then fast turned on a lathe. The correct cuts and overall form of a chessman are created by artists using special steel tools called cutters. As soon as the cutter makes contact with the wood is quickly altered, and even the smallest error might damage the piece's ultimate shape. There is no piece that is harder to make than the knight. Other components can be carved in a matter of minutes, but it takes 2 hours to produce a single knight. Crafting a knight takes a lot of effort. It typically requires around 5 to 6 years of dedicated learning to master this craft. In contrast to other chess pieces, which require a craftsman 4 to 5 months to learn how to carve, a knight isn't just an abstract portrayal of a medieval figure. It's the most intricate element overall and is made to resemble a real horse head. Every detail, even the shape of the knight's neck and hair on its tail, have been carefully carved. The finished piece's quality is mostly determined by the artisan's talent. A superior quality knight needs to be perfectly symmetrical. However, according to the House of Staunton, an established chess set manufacturer, it's equally important that all 4 of the set's knights appear exactly alike. Otherwise, the set won't be nearly as valuable. A set of perfectly carved knights can cost up to 50% of the total cost of the chessman. Architect Daniel Whale created the precise height and width requirements for the other chess pieces. The largest among them all must be the king, at 95 millimeters tall, with a base 39 millimeters large. Every component has a distinguished feature, such as the crown of the king or the beautiful jewel at the very center of the queen's coronet. The carver must invest more time and energy in creating these unique characteristics. In a championship set, the king's crown should have 8 tiny cuts and have gently rounded edges. When compared to regular chess sets, the king's design is significantly simpler, with a straight edge. Pieces with even simpler patterns, like a rook, take these artists 7 times longer to construct. If the chessmen are similar to those in a championship set, artisans only carve 25 to 30 kings in a day due to the unique design. However, if we're talking about chessmen that are made for tournament players and are used in large quantities, a carver can even carve 200 to 250 chess kings in a day. But these chess pieces' design are more than just beautiful. They can actually influence how a game turns out. Every piece needs to be the right height, with the king being the tallest, followed by the queen, bishop, knight, rook, and pawn. The complicated details are also crucial because they minimize the likelihood that a player will make an error. The chess pieces during the medieval era were not well formed. They appeared round, with some pieces having spiral shapes, and the knights were not even carved in the shape of a knight. However, in this form, you can distinguish between all 6 pieces with ease because the kings are well defined. The knights are highly distinguished, the bishops have a miter cut, and the queens are extremely sharp. The pieces used in the championship match have an electronic coil that allows for the tracking and broadcasting of each player's move. A full set with this tracking component cost approximately $700 more. The weight of each piece and the felt bottom are 2 additional significant factors that affect the game. Both make the chessmen more useful and increase their value. This design is known as the Staunton design, and it's the only one that is currently permitted in international competition. When chess pieces are properly weighed, they stay in place while being moved around on boats and also provide the game a very pleasant and unique sensation. Before being checked for quality, all of the chess pieces are polished and buffed 3 times. Some chessmen need to be dyed black and set aside to dry for 10 days. The game of chess has been played for over 1,000 years, with its origins traced back to India in the 6th century. Over the last 2 centuries, elite tournaments have attracted attention from around the globe, and media coverage of these events has contributed to the game's continued popularity. In November 2020, the limited series The Queen's Gambit on Netflix skyrocketed sales of chess sets. While increased demand is good for the market, it presents a problem for companies that make chess sets, as finding skilled carvers of high quality to manufacture a chessman is very difficult. Even after 4 to 5 months, it is not sure if the carver will be able to create a nice chessman. As a result, nobody wants to invest a lot of time in carving, only to find out later that the chessman is not of the desired quality. It's fair to expect that chess sets such to these and similarly hand-carved ones could even get more expensive in the future. Without enough skilled carvers, these sets could become more difficult to make. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about what happens in the background in the chess world, please like, subscribe, and comment what we should dive into next.